Welcome to LNP Renewable System Integrator. Today we are going to discuss about the MEP Basics Part 3. If you have missed Part 1 to 2, please subscribe to our channel. In our channel, we had created a playlist MEP Basics Part 1 to 12 English, so that whatever thing that you have missed, you can check it inside the playlist. So in our discussions, we might be using so many symbols, acronyms and short forms. So you have any sort of doubts when referring to the video, when listening to the video, kindly please come to this part so that you can have a clarity over the acronyms that we are using. So what are the things that we are going to discuss in the part 3? Okay, so if you are planning to establish a firefighting system, okay, what are the things that we need to coordinate or interface with the civil? Okay, we have created a chart so that whatever, we have a classified the activities into two different categories, predecessors and post categories. So it means before doing any sort of civil activity, what is the first civil activity that you will do? Then what is the next important activity that you need to do in the firefighting? Then what is the civil activity that you need to perform after the completion of that firefighting activity? And most importantly, how a chiller is being installed. It means what are the steps which got involved, which will be followed to bring a chiller unit inside a site, and what are the different types of HVAC units, and what is a comfort air conditioning system. And most importantly, okay, what are the components that will be present inside a DX unit, okay, and what are the components that will be present inside a heat pump, okay, how a heat pump works, and what are the components that will be present inside a recovery wheel, how a decident wheel works, and what are the components that will be present inside the wall mount units and how a unit works. So when we have a category of this firefighting and the civil activities interface chart, so the predecessor civil activity which is happening before the establishment of firefighting pump, everything is that the first thing is the block wall. Next to the immediate block wall, we will try to install the firefighting pipes and we need to do the hydrostatic testing of the pipes. Then we will close out the fall ceilings. Then we will install the firefighting accessories after the fall ceiling work. Then we will install the sprinkler. Okay, we will install the zone control valves. We will install the hose cabinet and the reels. Then we will install the fire extinguishers and the fine brackets. Finally, we will go for the final paintings. First and the foremost thing is that for a chiller, okay, if you want to bring a chiller unit or a chiller that you need to install in the site, first thing that you need to do is you need to submit the material. Okay, you need to do the material submittal to the contract. As a contractor, you need to do the material submittal to the consultant. They will review it. They will give their commands. You need to resolve the commands, or you need to reply to the commands. Okay, you need to rectify the commands that they had put in the material submittal. Then once you have complied all your commands, they will provide approval for the material. Okay, then you need to do the engineering drawings approval also for that concerned material, how you are going to install that inside the site, how the aesthetical look it looks like, how architecturally it is good. So all these concerns they will look into it. Then you need to plan the procurement in order to order the material. So when is the requirement of that material, okay, when it should come. So if you want to perform the installation of the concerned material, when it has to come, before the of which equipments those equipments has to come, all these things that you need to do. Then once all the material submittal got approved or material drawings got engineering drawings got approved, then you need to send to the manufacturer who is fabricating it, and you need to keep on following up with them, and most importantly, they need to ship the material at the right time in order to reach the to make that material to reach the site at the right time. And most importantly, receiving the material is very much important. Once the material is received, okay, you need to do the inspection whether the material received is as per the material submittal as well as the engineering drawing. Then you need to perform the installation. For the chiller installation, you need to follow the method statement that you had performed, that you had prepared for the chillers. Then if you plan to perform the HVAC testing and commissioning activity for the chillers, for that also you need to follow the method statement for testing and commissioning. Next, what is this comfort air conditioning system? So it means this in the comfort air conditioning system, okay, we will control four important things. One is temperature, humidity, indoor air quality, and air movement and the distribution. Okay, each and every nook and corner, okay, we will try to maintain all these 4 parameters most importantly, because if we maintain these 4 parameters, we can establish a comfort inside a particular room. So for example, mostly for these units we will have indoor unit as well as outdoor unit. We will have a refrigerant lines also. Okay, and what is DX? DX is nothing but the direct expansion unit. It is an individual air conditioning system. Okay, it has a condenser coil. Okay, it has a fan. Okay, and most importantly, in order to establish the cooling, we have a compressors and we have a expansion valves. Okay, we have a evaporator coil. Then finally, in order to adjust the temperature, we are having a thermostats. Okay, so this is how a direct expansion unit, DX, individual air conditioning units looks like. Okay, it has an indoor unit as well as outdoor unit, and most importantly, along with the air handling units also, this DX units works. But this is how a DX units works. Okay, this is the cooling coil. Next, most importantly, so when you look into the DX unit in depth, okay, so we can make a cross section of it. Okay, we can categorize into 2 areas. One is for the room area and the other one will be the outside area. So in outside the area, okay, the liquid that we are using, okay, it will absorb the heat from the coils which is carrying the heat from the concerned room. Okay, there is a heat exchanging process will be happening between the liquids. Okay, we will be using refrigerants in most of the places. Okay, so these are the low temperature, low pressure vapors. Okay, these are the low temperature and low pressure liquids. Okay, which will take the heat away from the concerned room and they will send it out in the heat exchange area. Okay, what will happen? This high temperature vapor, high temperature, what they will do? They will take away the high temperature vapor, high temperature from that room to outside. Okay, inside they will take the fresh air again. So because of this expansion valve process, once you send a high temperature liquid, when we make a sudden expansion, what will happen? Because of this expansion, because of the pressure reduction, the temperature will get reduced. Okay. Now when we try to know the heat pump, okay, it has some important components in it. One is it will have a condenser coil. Okay, second, it is having a fan. Okay, so with the help of the fan, we are supplying the air inside the building as well as we are taking away the air from that concerned building. So fans plays a vital role. Next is a compressor. Then we are having a expansion valve. Then we are having the reversing valve, and most importantly, we are having the evaporator coil also. Okay. Next, so we have 2 different diagrams. One is the heating mode diagram and the other one is the cooling mode diagram. It means heat pump is capable of performing both the activities. So it will perform heating operation also, it will perform cooling operation also. It means what is happening, only thing is that, so whenever whenever you require, okay, heating to be done inside a particular building, okay, so you need to send the high temperature, high pressure vapor inside the building, and you need to take away the coolingness, chillness inside that particular building through that liquid or the vapor that we are using. Okay, in the same way, when we want to perform a cooling mode, what is happening? Okay, whatever the heat which is present inside it, with the help of the low temperature liquid, low temperature vapor, you need to take away the heat from the room to outside air. Okay, and you need to supply the low temperature, low pressure liquid inside that, so that with the help of the cooling fans, okay, with the help of the fans, the cooled air is supplied inside the building. Okay, so heat pump, same like a conventional air conditioner. Okay, it runs in reverse during the winter to provide heat also. Okay, these are more efficient because they do not create heat but merely move or pump it from one place to another. That is the thing it is going to perform. Okay, so you need to look into it. Not like a heater these heat pumps are producing. These heat pumps are doing only simple activity. If you want chillness inside a room, it will take the coolness or chill air from outside and it will bring it inside with the help of the fans. The same way, if you want the heatness, it will take away the chillness inside from inside and it will take away outside from the outside it will take the heatness and it will give the heats to the particular room. Okay. So when we plan for a heat recovery unit using the water and the air heat pumps in a closed loop, okay, you need to have a supply piping separately and you need to have a return piping separately. You need to have a boilers and the pumps and cooling towers also. With the help of what, for the entire buildings we can establish connections. How a heat pump works. So as you can see, it has a evaporator, it has a condenser, okay, and it has a compressor and it has a expansion valve. So the main duty, the thing which is happening is that, so it is converting the ambient heat, okay, which is already present with the help of the electricity. Say for example, if you want to create a 4 kilowatt of heat, so with the available ambient heat, with the available 1 kilowatt of electricity, it will convert that 1 kilowatt ambient heat into 4 kilowatt heat. 1 kilowatt electricity is getting converted into 4 kilowatt of heat. So this is how a heating operation is performed in a heat pump. Simple operation. Okay. And most importantly, so wherever you require hot water, okay, you need to send it through the evaporators. And most importantly, okay, if you want to perform a heating cycle, okay, if you want to establish inside a room, you want to establish a heat inside that room, with the help of the outdoor coil, with the help of the low pressure temperature vapors, okay, it will take the cooling from the air, okay, it will boil it to the vapor, and the vapor it will send with the help of a compressor through the reversing valve, it will send into the inside coil, so that it will try to establish high temperature vapor inside that building, so that the particular room will be at hot. Okay. So this is a overview, okay, how what is happening. See here, as you can see here, during the cooling mode, okay, if you want to your indoor to be hot, so what it is doing, see here, so it is taking the cool air from inside. With the help of a compressor, it is boiling it, so it is absorbs the heat from the air and boils it to the vapor, and it is sending that vapor inside to the indoor coil. With the help of the fans, the hot air is getting sent inside the building. So this is happening during the winter season. This is the heating operation. In the same way, okay, what is happening during the summer season, you want to establish the chillness inside that particular room. So what it is doing, it is taking away the heat air, okay, from the room, and it with the help of the compressors, it is sending it outside. Okay. So as you can see here, this is a video which will demonstrate how a cooling mode is happening. As you can see here, okay, we have a liquid line, we have a low pressure gas line, okay, and we have a high pressure gas line, okay, we have a check valve, and we also have the expansion valves also. Okay. So as you can see here, during the cooling mode, for the indoor unit is supplying the chillness inside, whereas the outdoor unit is taking away the heat from the buildings. Okay, it is sending out the hot air outside. Okay, now what is this descendant wheel? Descendant wheel has a heating coil. Okay, it has a descendant wheel which is being run by a wheel motor. Okay, and it also has a exhaust fan, it also has a supply fan. Okay, now what is happening, whenever you are taking away the air from a building with the help of the exhaust duct, with the help of the exhaust fan, still there occurs some chillness inside that particular air. Okay, so we can utilize that air which is being taken away from inside with the help of this recovery wheel. What is happening, when it's try to, it will be running not at a fast rate, it will be running very slowly, so that whenever chill air, the returning air touches this descendant rotor, what is happening, it transfers its chillness to that particular rotor and it will go outside. So that it means not the entire air is getting deflected, some part of the air is deflected and some part is getting outside. It means the one, okay, which is very hot will go outside. Okay, the one which is little chillness, which has a chillness, it is returned back. As you can see the video, you will have a clarity over it. Okay. So when with the help of dry motor the recovery is running, so whenever there come air in contact with that, few is getting taken away outside and rest is returned back. So this is how the resident wheel will works. Okay, when you're going for a wall mount unit, in the wall mount unit we will have a filter. Okay, we will have a fan, we will have a cooling coil, and we will have a heating coil. In order to set the temperature, we will have a thermostat, and most importantly we will have a condensate drain pipe. Okay, so see here, this is how a typical auto air conditioning system works. As you can see here, we have a service port, we have a low side service port, we have a sensor bulb which runs with a constant pressure. As you can see, we have an expansion valve. So indoor unit is having a chillness inside it, whereas the outdoor unit is very hot. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and press the bell icon. If you want to know more and learn more, you can contact us. We had brought the contact is here. We, LNP Renewable System Integrator, we are providing PLC programming training for Siemens, Allen Bradley and Delta PLCs. If you are really interested to work in GCC countries like Qatar, Oman, Saudi, especially in the building management system, building automation control system and MEP, okay, we are providing trainings on those things also. And most importantly, if you want to establish solar DC light system in a place where EB power is not available, then you can contact us. And most importantly, okay, you might have an agriculture farms. If you want to protect your crops from the wild animals, instead of going for normal fencing, you can go for solar fencing. We are providing solar fencing as a kit, and also for solar on-grid, off-grid hybrid application, solar street grid, solar pump services. We are providing design, installation, testing and commissioning, consultancy, training supports also. We are also, if you are really interested to learn the access control system basics, electrical vehicle technology basics, okay, then you can contact us. We are providing training on those as well. Thank you so much.